Welcome back. Gambling God here. We're in the middle of Auburn LSU. I hope you all bought Auburn up like I did to plus 14. They're up 3, which means you're up 17. What we're hoping for here is Auburn to hold, get the ball back, score a touchdown, make it 20-10, and then we can grab LSU plus the points for the first time. Recapping last night, we were 80%. Hit the Celtics Lakers parlay as predicted. Hope everybody joined me on that one. We missed the Sharks. I didn't put a lot of money on it. I said just to kind of dabble in that one. It wasn't a main meow play. We hit the Trailblazers, which was fantastic. Every other bet that we had last night hit. We did miss the Washington Nationals, but we did hit the Washington Capitals. Very lucky last night. They were down 5-1. They won 6-5 in overtime. Every game goes to overtime. So recapping, we hit Celtics, Lakers, Trailblazers, Capitals. Those four. We missed on the Nationals, and we had a small meow on the Sharks, but it wasn't a major play. I don't count that as I was a value play. It wasn't something I said to focus on. I did hit, in my opinion, the 4 out of 5. I hope you joined me in those plays. So tonight, Saturday night, October 26th, starting in about an hour, we have NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball. I'm going to give you the main picks off the bat, so you don't have to watch the whole video and go crazy. We will recap and give you a little more detail at the end. As LSU gets down to the 5, I'm going to have a first and goal here. I'm watching it live as I do this video. Major League Baseball, Washington Nationals, home. Pat Corbin on the mound. Houston used their whole bullpen last night. Washington is only minus 105. I would put a nice amount of money on Washington here as LSU gets to the 1 with 10:23 left in the third quarter. Auburn 13, LSU 10. LSU's threatening. Here comes a flag, probably fixed. Going to call holding, it looks like, maybe on LSU because they don't want them to take the lead. They're not allowed to. The bookies are clearly on the mic. Let's see what the call is here. Give me a second. The referees are talking. They're talking to Joe Burrow. They're telling him that they're not allowed to win today. Hold on. Let's see the call. The referee is talking to Joe Burrow again. He's smiling. Everyone's talking and smiling because they know it's fixed. This is rehearsed like a Broadway musical. I hope everybody understands that. The coaches and the headsets, they are on the phone with Las Vegas. Mohegan Sun. Offside on Auburn. Okay, so they're going to give LSU another shot at the end zone. So obviously a lot of money is coming on Auburn. That's what that means. All totally fixed. Back to baseball. We're looking for the Washington Nationals to take a commanding 3-1 lead tonight. Go with the Nationals. Put a few hundred on it. Here's first and goal for LSU because it's all fixed. Let's see what this play is right here. Burrow with the handoff to the left side. Gang tackle. You're going to have a second and goal from the 3. Oh, wait a minute. All kinds of stuff. All right, second and goal from the 3. So you want the Washington Nationals here. Houston won last night. They depleted their bullpen and their reserves. Go Washington Nationals for you baseball fans. For those of you in love and obsessed with the NBA, we do have a nice schedule tonight. The only game I love is the Clippers over Phoenix. Now, as Joe Burrow burrows to the 2-yard line, tackled there, we're going to have a third and goal. I like the Clippers. Now, this is a big spread. Money line, no value here. But I do like parlaying the Clippers with an NFL game tomorrow. I like Arizona tomorrow. I like New Orleans tomorrow. So I like Arizona tomorrow. And I like the Chargers tomorrow as underdogs. If you're looking to get frisky and you want to take a late night NBA Saturday night game, Clippers, parlay them with an NFL game tomorrow. We could even get into some overnight tennis and some early morning soccer if you'd like. I might. I haven't looked at those games yet. I do know Liverpool plays tomorrow morning. You might want to consider the Clippers and Liverpool. I know that Barcelona didn't play today. Paris Saint-Germain did not play today. So you have some of the big guns that have not played yet. We have a little pick play, and LSU does not get in on 4th and goal. 13-10, Auburn holds, gets the ball back. holds on a 4th and goal from the 2. 8:36 to go in the third quarter. Now we need Auburn to drive the field for a touchdown to make it 20-10 so that we can grab LSU plus the points. This is the point of the game that you need to be tuned in. You need to be focused because right now the dog is ahead and the favorite just got stuffed on 4th and goal. So we are looking at an opportunity here to get the favorite plus the points. This is the prime spot. This is what you want. And if you have Auburn plus 14 like I do, and if you have Auburn to win like I do, you need this touchdown from not a field goal. None of that. We don't need 16-10. We want 20-10. They're on their own one. Not going to be easy, but winning in gambling is never easy. Like I tell everybody, this is not fun. This is work. You are at work. This is not any kind of entertainment. This is like being at your desk at your job, and you have to look at it that way, okay? So get off the beer in the pot, eat some Doritos, have a soda like I did, and get locked in. We need an Auburn drive. 8:15 to go, third quarter, 2nd and 10 from their own 1-yard line. Auburn in the huddle have broken off some big plays today. Probably looking not to turn the ball over here. Let's see what Bo Nix, the freshman quarterback, does here on second. Play fake and misses the pass on 2nd down. Back to the NBA, like I was saying, you always want to look on Saturday nights at the overnight soccer. You have the Clippers late night, will finish about 1 a.m. English Premier League typically starts about 7 o'clock, 7:30 a.m. on Sunday. You have an opportunity to make money before the NFL even starts. So you really want to focus in on this. We're going to check Liverpool. We're going to see what time they start. I think they start early. Manchester United, we'll see what time they start. Manchester City went today already. They won 3-0. Juventus went, they drew. Bayern Munich went today, and they won 2-1. So the big boys that you look at are Barcelona in Spain. You're looking at Liverpool in England and Paris Saint-Germain, who normally goes at 2:30 on Sundays, who I don't normally take them unless I'm taking them with a late football game. But you may want to consider Clippers, Liverpool, something like that. Even before the NFL starts, you could have some action up on the board. If you are a degenerate, that's what you're looking to do. Other NBA games, I do like a lot of the home teams tonight. Boston at New York. Boston, big win last night as predicted in New York. New York lost 113-109 at Brooklyn, but they did cover the spread. It was an 8.5-point spread. Did cover as predicted here. I like the Knicks here to cover, and I like them to possibly win. I like home teams getting points. Like I said, most teams, they win more at home than they do on the road. Take the Knicks plus the 5, buy it up to +7. You're feeling frisky, take them to win. Celtics had a rough one. They grinded it out last night against Toronto. So did the Knicks. Both teams could be tired, but I could see the Knicks taking this one. Rivalry game. Philly at Detroit. Again, good team on the road. Detroit, not the best team. Did lose to Atlanta this week at home. I like Detroit here, not necessarily to win, but possibly to cover. I do like more the covering aspect of it. Again, any home team could win at any time. It doesn't matter who it is. But I do like a lot of these home teams tonight. I don't love these games. I'm going to comment on them for you just so you have some thoughts. Knicks to cover, Detroit to cover, Orlando at Atlanta. Don't love the game. Don't like betting on these kinds of teams. Anything can happen, so I have no feeling on that game. Toronto, Chicago, I like the Bulls. Toronto, obviously, they're missing Leonard. Siakam is playing great. They do have a very good team. Bulls look like they're improved this year. I like the Bulls at home to cover. If you again feeling frisky, possibly to win. Indiana at Cleveland doesn't turn me on. I don't really have a feeling on that game. New Orleans at Houston. I could see New Orleans winning this game. They were frisky in their first game on the road at Toronto. For some reason, something's telling me I like New Orleans to either cover and possibly win this game. I don't know what's telling me that, but I have this feeling. Not that Houston is no good. They're playing that freestyle of basketball, but the problem with Mike D'Antoni's teams, they don't play defense. And when you don't play defense, the other team can score, and when the other team can score, they can keep it close. Not that Houston is not a great team with all the power that they have, but something's telling me New Orleans can upset them tonight. Not my favorite game. Interesting game. I like the over in every Houston game. Again, I have no feelings other than that on that game. Washington, San Antonio, another one, doesn't turn me on. I like the way Washington's playing. Isaiah Thomas might play tonight for them, could give them a boost. I would take Washington to cover. They won last night outright, so I could definitely see Washington keeping the momentum going. But again, I have no special feeling on that one. Sacramento at Utah. I like Utah to win. I think everybody does. I don't see Sacramento going into Utah and winning. Utah played the Lakers last night. As predicted, they lost that game. That was a tough spot for them because the Lakers were just, they were primed for a win after losing the opener against the Clippers. I like Utah to win that game. Last but not least, as we've said, Clippers at Phoenix. I like the Clippers, but I don't like them outright. Take them with Liverpool in a parlay, or take them with either the Chargers or the Arizona Cardinals. I know it sounds crazy. I like the Cardinals to beat the Saints tomorrow. I know it sounds off the wall. Kyler Murray is hot. Breeze is coming back. Who knows if he's fully healthy? If they lose, they'll say he was rusty. They should have held him out through the bye week, which is next week. Bridgewater was doing good. You can see the headlines. The Saints lose at home to the Kyler Murray-led Cardinals. The Cardinals become the sweetheart darling of the league, the popular playoff sleeper pick, and everyone says that Breeze should have sat out one more week through the bye week. Oh, he was rusty. They shouldn't have brought him back. They should have let him rest. You can see the headlines. I mean, obviously, the Saints probably will win the game, but for those of you who gamble like I do, we all know that the Saints throw games, as Joe Burrow throws an interception on the 1-yard line by Auburn. Auburn went 3 and out when they were on their own 1, punted. LSU took possession on their own 45. On first down, they gained about 15 yards. Second down, they throw it to the end zone. He's intercepted at the 2-yard line. Auburn will take possession, 1st and 10, on their own 2-yard line, getting ready to drive that field. Auburn holding fast and tight. Remember, they recruit well too. People think that Auburn is just some pushover. This is a good school. I mean, this is a school that people want to go to. This is not like some lollipop team that LSU is playing. I don't understand how this spread was 12. It's 13-10, 6:33 to go in the third quarter. Auburn taking the field. Bo Nix in the shotgun on his own 2-yard line, running back by his side, 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left, snaps the ball, throws it at a little out pattern, good for 4 or 5 yards. You're going to have 2nd and 5 coming up from their own 5-yard line. Auburn needs to put a drive together here to take the lead so we can grab LSU plus the points. Those are my preliminary baseball and NBA picks. Now we will get into NHL. I have the Boston Bruins hat on because the Bruins owe those motherfuckers from St. Louis a beating after what happened last year in the final. St. Louis in Boston. Of course, St. Louis defending champions. They lost Patrick Maroon. Could win this game. Of course, St. Louis is a dangerous team. I think Boston pays them back. I like the Bruins. I do like some hockey games tonight, but not in love with too much. I'm going to focus more on Notre Dame and Arizona State in college as Auburn takes the field now for a 3rd and 6. Getting ready to, they had an incomplete pass on 2nd down. This 1st down would be huge for them. Bo Nix in the shotgun, running back to his left, 3 wides to his right, 1 to his left, man in motion. Ball is snapped, 5-man rush, throws incomplete, deflection. Auburn will punt the ball. St. Louis at Boston, I'm taking the Bruins to win this game. St. Louis is a good team. Binnington is a very good goalie, great goalie. I think Boston pays them back for that Game 7 from last year. Got the Bruins hat on for that. Toronto at Montreal. Don't have a feeling on this one. Some teams I just don't really get involved with. Montreal is one of them. I don't really follow them. They're a good team. Toronto, I don't like their goalie. Away from home, don't like them. Not interested in the game. Nashville at Tampa Bay. I could see Nashville winning this game. Tampa is not as hot and prolific as they were last year. Obviously, it's going to take a little time for them to gel again after getting swept in the 1st round. But I could definitely see Nashville, who is a very good team, going in there and winning that game. Value play like San Jose last night. Nashville to beat Tampa Bay. And mind you, San Jose led that game 1-0 until the end of the 2nd period. It was 1-1 all the way until 5 minutes to go in the 3rd period. They gave up 3 goals in the last 5 minutes of that game to lose 4-1. The score was deceiving. It was 1-1 with 5 minutes to go in the game last night. So Nashville over Tampa Bay. I like that one. It's possible. I think it's a value play. You have a very good team in Nashville. Plus just like on the next game, now you have Columbus at Philly. Philly is minus 150 as LSU breaks a long run to the 21-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Auburn 21. This entire third quarter has been played on Auburn's side of the field. Columbus at Philadelphia. I like Columbus. This will be a good game. Corey Hart in goal for Philadelphia. You're talking about a good young goalie, a scrappy team in Columbus that's never out of it. I think this will be a tight one. Maybe 3-2, 4-3. I could see it going to overtime because every game goes to overtime. I can't see myself taking Philly. I don't think there's value here with Philly. There's value here with Columbus, just like there was value with Nashville. I'm all about the value when I'm playing. Pittsburgh at Dallas. I like Dallas to win. I don't like Pittsburgh on the road. They're a mess. I don't ever like their goalie situation. Crosby and Malkin disappear at times. They traded that guy, I forgot his name, Phil Housley or whatever his name is, away their defenseman. Pittsburgh doesn't turn me on the road. I like Dallas to win this as LSU goes in for the touchdown to take the lead 16-13 with 4:58 to go in the third quarter. LSU finally, after playing the entire quarter pretty much on Auburn's side of the field, pretty much on their fourth possession, finally punches in the touchdown. For those of you who are watching or supporting Auburn, don't worry. It took LSU quite a bit of effort to score this touchdown. Law of averages says they were going to score eventually. Hang in there. I think that once Auburn gets a little bit of field position, this game is going to come down to the wire. It's a 3-point game, pending the extra point. If they do kick the extra point, you're looking at 17-13 with 5 minutes to go in the third. Auburn getting the ball. I don't see LSU covering that 12 unless they get a turnover, which is entirely possible as the extra point is blocked. Significant 16-13 here. Those blocked and missed extra points always come into play. So please keep that in mind. LSU 16, Auburn 13, going to commercial, 4:58 to go third quarter, settling in for a fantastic finish on this one. I'm certain you could be looking at a 16-16 game going into the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh at Dallas, we picked Dallas. We like them there. LA Kings at Minnesota. Two tricky teams. Minnesota is hot and cold. They are a very good team. I do like the Kings somewhat in some regard. They are scrappy. They beat me a couple times last year. I wasn't happy about it. For my money, I wouldn't get involved in this game. There are other games I like better. I'm indifferent. I'm neutral on this game. It doesn't turn me on. Anaheim at Colorado. Anaheim off to a very good start. Colorado off to a great start. Another game that doesn't turn me on. I like Colorado to win. They're a good young team. But again, this game is not one. I don't see any value here. It doesn't really do anything for me. I do see value in Calgary at Winnipeg. I like the over in Calgary at Winnipeg. I mean, these are two very high-scoring teams. I believe they played in the playoffs last year, and or something. I don't remember exactly, but I think they did. I like Winnipeg to win this game. They're plus 105. There's value there. They're a good team. They're home. They score. They have a very good system. Both of these teams are very good. Either of these teams could win. Calgary's goaltending is a little bit shaky. They are a high-scoring team. I do like Winnipeg to take it here. I like Winnipeg and the over. So if you're looking late night, you want to play some games late night, Winnipeg over, and then you can take the Clippers if you want to try Utah as well. The Utah Jazz, you could try them with Liverpool as well. I think Liverpool's going early and they're like minus 150. One thing on soccer, if you ever want to get real frisky, you could try the draw. Teams draw, it happens a lot. I don't love soccer because of the draw, that third outcome, which is out there as opposed to every other sport where there is not that third outcome. But you could try the draw. Juventus was a favorite today. They drew. It does happen. Teams draw all the time. So it's something to keep in mind. Those are the plays. Washington Nationals, Los Angeles Clippers, Winnipeg Jets are the ones I like the most. Value, Nashville, Columbus, outright winners, Boston, Dallas. That's in hockey. NBA doesn't really turn me on too much. Some possible sleeper surprises. I like the Knicks. I like Chicago. Washington possibly to cover there. New Orleans could be the biggest upset of the night. Not that Houston isn't a good team or anything like that, but you have to remember how fixed these games are. Last night, Phoenix took Denver into overtime, completely fixed, lost by 1 point. They were a 12-point underdog. Makes absolutely no sense, and the only thing that makes sense is that it's fixed. Carmine, Dominic, they're on the phone with the friggin' coaches saying, listen, if you want to walk tonight and get home to your wife, you're going to do what's right. And if anybody watches these games, you have to believe that there's something going on. Notre Dame at 7:30. At Michigan, 1-point spread. I have them straight. I have them parlayed with Texas. I have them parlayed with Penn State. And I do have a small hedge parlay. I had Roger Federer with Chelsea, LSU, and Notre Dame. Sorry, and Michigan. It's a $50 parlay. It pays $200. I took Federer this morning at 10 o'clock. He was in a match with this guy, Stefanos Tsitsipas. I can't say his name. He's Greek. He's got a lot of S's and I's and P's in it. I can't pronounce it without sounding a little fruity. So I took Federer. I took Chelsea at noon. I had the draw in that one, so I said, let me just take Chelsea. They won 4-2. We grabbed LSU in that one because I don't want LSU to win. That's why it becomes a hedge. And I took Michigan because I don't want Michigan to win. I want Notre Dame as Bo Nix goes down at his own 21-yard line on 3rd and 6, sacked by LSU. Auburn will punt. It looks like the tide might be turning here. Auburn's defense is going to have to come up strong to avoid LSU driving the field. If LSU drives down and scores a touchdown, they will be up 10 and in range to possibly cover this spread. And that's the danger. Auburn had the ball a few times with the ability to drive the field and extend the lead. Instead, they could not tilt the field. They gave the ball back to LSU, gave up a touchdown. Now they go 3 and out. Their defense is going to have to come up big with a turnover or a 3 and out of their own. Let's see what they do. They line up for the punt. 4 on the play clock, man in motion, the high snap to the punter, and he kicks it away as the coverage team runs down. Fair catch, 32-yard line, will be 1st and 10 LSU, 2:52 to go in the third quarter. Those are your picks. Saturday night, October 26, 2019, the gambling god is going to sign off, maybe watch a little porn. Who knows? It's an open season here Saturday night. We have a lot going on here, doing a lot of cleaning at the house, moving stuff in, moving stuff out. A lot of things going on here. We are going to open up the phone lines once we learn how to do that. I just figured out the whole YouTube thing. So Gambling God going to sign off here after this first down play. LSU, Joe Burrow looking for the play from the bookies. He's not looking at the coach, believe me. He's looking at Carmine. He's in the shotgun. Running back moves over to his left to get out of his way so we can talk to the bookies. The pass rush is on. Burrow with the little pass, 8-yard completion will be 2nd and 2, 2:45 to go in the third quarter. We're going to sign it off here. We might come back tonight to discuss a little NFL. There is a 9:30 a.m. game at Cincinnati and the Rams. Don't be surprised if Cincinnati plays them tighter than you'd think. It is a neutral field. Remember that. There is no home field advantage. It is neutral field, just like in the NCAA tournament. When those teams are on neutral floors, the results are different. So don't assume that just because the Bengals stink and the Rams are a good team, that the Rams are going to blow them away. I know it's a big spread. There could be some value there with the Bengals. It's tricky. It's a neutral field. Keep it in mind. Gambling God signing off for now, 6:26 p.m., October 26, 2019.